Jambo, how's everybody doing? Well, hapa St. Louis kuna joto sana. I think we are under heat warning. I hope you're faring much better where you're at. So today I just wanted to do something a little bit. I like to do this every so often just to let people know who I am and why I do what I do. So because I think that when you're motivated by something, then it definitely impacts the way we do stuff. So I grew up in a little town, actually it's a little village called Kitale in Kenya. And growing up, we we had goats. Yeah, we had goats, and those goats absolutely hated me. So that's how you know you're not cut out for some things, because if you cannot do what everybody else was doing, then that's a problem. So my parents were casual laborers, so it's not like we had any money. Most of the time would be spent out in the fields looking after cows or chickens, and I'd always get in trouble because these goats would be eating people's vegetables. And of course, when I got home, I would get whooped. VPL. So I mean, I really couldn't, I knew I couldn't cut country living. It wasn't bad, I just couldn't do it. You know, when everybody was learned how to sew, I couldn't. When everybody could go to the farm and do all those things, I suffered terribly. So I knew I had to find a different way out. And whenever we were in school, people would always ask, hey, Karen, how do you say this in English? Or how do you say this in Swahili? And that's how I knew I had something. But Swahili is not something that you go to school for to earn a living. You know, my parents would be like, what on earth are you ever going to do with this? Thankfully, I got a government scholarship and went to study Swahili. And that was a question that was always there. What are you ever going to do with this language? But I had a passion for it. I knew even if it's not going to bring me any income at that particular moment, at some point it would serve. And then I ended up getting a scholarship to the Ohio State University to teach Swahili. Yeah, and that was just ridiculous. I didn't ever think that Swahili that I was using while herding goats would be the same language that would help me get a scholarship to come to the US. And then the coolest thing happened. I saw, oh, hi, Miss Mwende. I also saw that there were lots of refugees that were coming into the United States, and we had volunteers who were working with them that needed to learn Swahili. And I knew I had found my passion. I knew this is what I was meant to do all along. You know, when you find something and you're happy to do it, you're excited to do it, and you feel like you're serving a purpose bigger than yourself, that's how you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Hey, Isha. So over the last 8 to 10 years, this is what I've been doing. I've been working with volunteers who are learning Swahili, and then over time, my students started coming from all over the place. People who want to visit East Africa, people who want to connect with their cultural roots. And it's really fulfilling to work with individuals like that. You know, most of my students are not people who just wake up in the morning and say, hey, I want to learn Swahili. No, these are people who have a mission. Hujambo, Aisha. These are people who have a mission. These are people who are committed to the process, and therefore continue to make a difference in people's lives and their own lives, because the best way to grow is to do something that makes a difference. Vipi Kala, hi. Sijambo, you know, so if you're learning this language, I hope that you're learning it for a reason bigger than yourself, even if it's just for personal development, because this is the one thing that you can actually do that not only makes you grow, but also improves your relationship with other people. So please keep working hard, keep doing what you're doing, because if Swahili could get a country girl from Kitale herding goats with no shot at anything, but because I really believed that Swahili was my mission, you can accomplish everything. This is my calling, and I hope you find something that you can connect passionately to, and you can go and commit to, because that's the only way we got fulfillment out of our lives. Okay, so I am honored that you let me guide you in this journey. I'm honored that you let me hold your hand, and if I can be of service in any way to you, I'm very happy to do so. So I really appreciate you letting me share my story about how goats can actually lead somebody to getting to their mission. And I hope you go out there today and find out what your mission is and commit to it and get the fulfillment that only comes from doing that. Okay, so since it's the Thursday Alhamisi morning, I know that people have a lot to do, so I won't take much of your time, but thank you for letting me talk to you this morning. Tutaonana and stay cool. Carla, I know in Columbus you guys are burning up. I hope you still have power. All right, alrighty, kwaheri.